Hello everybody and welcome back to another update video for Let's Roleplay Rome Total War the Broody Eye campaign. It's now time, as you may have been sort of watching and thinking, it's now time for a new consul. Titus Brutus has done his business, he's done as much as he can do, and it's time for a new consul to step up to the plate for the next phase of the campaign. The war with the Macedon, of course. Now, yes, I'm taking applications once again. More about that in a short while. But just for those of you that are not familiar, obviously this is an RP type LP. All the actions that are happening on the campaign map are as a result of interactions that are happening over at the forum. And as consul, you will get to command the army that will be sent against the Macedons. You will have a say on the strategies to use for each battle, where you want to attack, how you want to go about it, anything to do with the army, anything to do with the military campaign against the Macedons in respects of your army. You have the say so. The captain will give you the troops, the captain will give you plans and advice on how to go about your business to sustain the least amount of casualties. Whether you adhere to that advice is totally up to you. But now this is your chance to get involved in the RP and shape the way the campaign will fare. So yes, that is the first thing that I want to say. So yes, how do you apply to become consul, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. Like before, it's an application process. The first question that you would need to address is basically an introduction to your character. You will need to pick a family member from the campaign map, apart from the faction leader and the factionaire. So pick yourself a family member that you want to become consul, who you want to become, and then give us a brief introduction about the character's background. Bear in mind where that character may have been for the past few parts of the campaign. So if you're going to pick Cassius, who's governor of Apollonia, I think, I might be wrong, but I'm just guessing here, then, build that into your introduction. There's no point saying he's been swanning off somewhere in Egypt when he hasn't. He's been on the campaign map sat in Apollonia for the whole time. So just build that into your introduction. Secondly, why do you want the job as consul? Why? In an RP sense, why does your particular character want to become, is it to honour the family? Is it for his own personal glory? What qualities does your character possess? Does he have, steel? Is he a patient man? Is he whatever? Just think of something of why your character, not why you personally, not that, I watch all your videos and I love your Total War videos and blah 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 blah. No. Why does your character want to become consul? Why should he be given that spot above anybody else? And what qualities does he have to assist him in such a prestigious role? And finally, what plans do you have for your first couple of years in the consul seat? What would you sort of go about? What would be your ideas for how to go about attacking the Macedonians? Because that is your objective as consul. It is to eradicate the Macedonians. That is your sole task. So how would you go about setting up the plan? How would you go about preparing your army? What potential route would you take through the lands? And that is the application. Now, a couple of things I want to say about the application itself. I get quite a few, and I imagine there'll be quite a few again. People want to get involved in the RP, people want to shape the campaign, and will probably want to pick a family member off the campaign map and become consul and go into battle and whatever. Perfectly fine, but due to the time I have on my hands, which is very small, and the amount of applications I do get, I do have a bit of a filtering system where certain applications just get not thrown in the bin literally, but you know what I mean. I just go, right, that's not going to be in, that's not, and it's basically this. It's spelling and grammar. If I see an application that's a wall of text with no punctuation whatsoever, generally speaking, that just off it goes. So just take a bit of time. I know people aren't don't have English as a first language. Not everybody does, and but you know, just a bit of punctuation and a bit of paragraphing, and that's it. Spellings as well. You know, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Even I get spelling mistakes, but when every other word is spelled incorrectly, it just makes it a lot harder to read. And it will therefore, because you will be posting in the forums, you know, there has to be consideration for your ability to post as well. So spelling and grammar, just take a little bit of time, a little bit of punctuation here and there. You know, it might work wonders, and it will give me more applications to look through. Secondly is what is the secondly? I had it in my mind and I've just totally gone blank again. Yeah, applications have to answer the 4 questions that I lay out: character introduction, why you want the job, what qualities you possess, and your plans for the first couple of years in office. Basically, applications that don't answer the 4 questions, only answer 2 of them, or only answer 3 of them, they get disregarded as well. Obviously, my reasoning for that is if you can't answer the questions on the application process, then obviously you're not paying attention, and therefore if you don't pay attention to an application process, how are you going to pay attention to the comings and goings that happen in the forum during the RP? And that is the main 2. You know, please make the application easy to read, with you know, semi-decent spelling and grammar and punctuation and paragraphing. That's marvelous. And answer all the questions. If you can manage to do both of those, then the application will go into my pile of I need to read these and consider carefully for the job. So that's the application process. As per the past ones, the ways to apply are via my personal message inbox on YouTube. Send me a personal message with the application on it. Similarly, there is a forum where the RP takes place. You should be aware of it by now. The link will be posted. Go over there into the Rome Total War RP section. Have a look at some of the posts that have been made in the Capitol Hill and in the official orders, just to get a general feel of how things work and how the RP is set up. Have a look at some of the past consul's postings as well, to see how he went about his business, just to give you an idea of how the role works. You can send me a personal message via the forum as the second way to do it, and the third way is to send it to my LP email address, which again I will contain in the description of this video. So they're the 3 ways: inbox via YouTube, inbox via the forums, or by email to the LP email address. So that's the application process. You've got until Sunday, which will be the 27th. So you've got a good 4 or 5 days to get your applications in, and the winning applicant will be announced on Sunday, implemented into the RP, and you will become the new consul. So that is that. There's not really much else to say. Consul, we are waiting eagerly for you. The war with the Macedon is about to start, and you are required to rain holy death upon the Macedonians. Get your applications in, get over to the forums, have a read of some of the postings to get a feel for how it works, and fingers crossed, by Sunday the winning application will be picked and you will be implemented into the RP as consul, and you will have full control over that army and command it in the best way you can to eliminate the Macedonians off the face of the map. So until next time, I look forward to reading your applications, and I'll see you soon.